Okay, Coach. Well, first opened way back in 1972. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium, part of the Truman Sports Complex here in Kansas City. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First down, Rodgers. And his first pass is incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. The third year back from BYU, Jamal Williams with a carry. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Jamal Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, 43, 15. 10.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, last year, Chris Conley was the 3rd option at receiver for Kansas City. He shipped off to Jacksonville. Now they're hoping that Robinson can help fill that void. And Andy Reid has said that he and Mahomes are developing a great rapport, hoping to improve upon the 22 times they connected last season. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Y'all playing the wrong football. Slam.
On play action, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
80 weapon. Shoot. Kill. 15. Hey, turn it up. Yellow. He's checking crack.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
This is the rookie from Notre Dame, Dexter Williams. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
18. Check with the 50. Hey, you block over here. Mike, 53. Five. Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Green Bay.
Rodgers now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. They give it to Williams, running right. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You better be afraid of me. Get right. Crunch. X3. 218. Jump. Watch the twins.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Graham. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
25. Check 25.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
258. Hey, check 26. Hey, dude.
From the gun on 3rd down, Rodgers. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now here's Mahomes, dancing to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign.
Attack, attack! Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo. Tight ends on the Ringo. No. 4 down. 11. Out, out. Attack, attack! Yellow.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Kelsey, the intended receiver there.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run it with Williams. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26.
You got him. You got him.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 26-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Let's go. Get Mike. Spot. Protein spell.
On first down, it's Williams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
319, 26.
Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
43.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 11 yards there, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Pick up the ball. Hey, yo, go.
Now Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Yellow. Let's go, little lady. You gonna get this, boy? You think 15. You think you gonna get this? Check.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Here comes Grant on the return. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Setting aside the matchup of Mahomes and Rodgers for a minute, this game is one of the NFL 100 Series bouts that they're having this season. And we saw the Packers in this game last week when they faced the Raiders, their opponent in Super Bowl II. This week it's the Chiefs, their opponent in the very first Super Bowl way back in 1967. The Packers winning both of those Super Bowls. And as I mentioned a week ago, Bart Starr trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Yellow. 180. Hey, 43, 15. Mike's 42. Mike's 49. Check down.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll make it second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And the kick by Butker is good. Butker, what a pickup he's been for Kansas City the last 2 years. Remember, he was drafted by Carolina to be the eventual successor to Graham Gano. That didn't pan out. Casey got him as a free agent. He's been really good.
Yeah, Gano said, oh no, I'm keeping my job. But Butker found his home in Kansas City, a franchise record for points scored in his first 2 seasons.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried the throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end down.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the run, watch the run. Jump out. Jim. 53 is the mic. Here we go. 53 is the mic. 53, check 53.
Hey, seam 6.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Williams. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Tackles. Number 50. Lance. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I got you, son. I got you. Hey, Echo.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
53, Mike. Hey, Alpha. Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Come on, boy. Yeah, Liz. You got it. Hey. High 7. Let's go.
Now it's Rodgers. And that is caught. But the back judge right there to say incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and goal at the 7-yard line.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
Inside. Bravo. Box it. 50. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will get the lead up to 14. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the pass.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Throw left side complete. That's Robinson. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
And Butker able to put this one through. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Give the sack to Blake Martinez.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Yellow.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Hey, rip list. Quick edge. Come. Check 99. Check 99. Watch out. Yellow. Hey, watch it.
Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
51's the mic. 51.
Mahomes will try again on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Attack. Check. Whip. Watch the whip.
Now it's Mahomes again. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Williams takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Back. 15. Check 13.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. From midfield, here's Mahomes. That's caught inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Watch the slack. Hey, Ripley. Hey, Sunday. Right side.
On the counter, here's Williams. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage.
And we've seen this a few times in this game. That offensive line just, I don't know if you want to call it out physical, out tough, whatever you want to use.
And what people do when that is happening, when they're getting dominated that way, they spread things out a little bit, make it more of a space game, and allow your skill position players to make a few plays out in open field. Take away the physical element, gives you a chance.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Get ready.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe-bashed it.
that. Super toe.
Hey, take 26.
Again, it's Williams. He's going to be stopped well behind the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much going to wipe out their gain from 1st down. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, Charlie. Mike, set the tone, defense. Let's go. Check.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first.
And the Packer 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from UVA, Ron Thornhill. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Let's go, defense. Hey, Sunday. Hey, Ripley. 51, Mike, 51. All you get 15. All you get is a headache. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. Watch twins. Grace don't travel. Come back.
On 1st down, Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And just shutting him off there. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run on 1st down. Williams And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4.
Right on these two. Right on these two. I go on. Hey. Check 31. Check 31.
They run it again with Williams. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Check the backer. Check the backer. Shoot.
Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. Caught out left side by Robinson. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Mahomes takes it himself. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Oh, yeah, good surge defensively. Sometimes you can just tell by the way a quarterback lines his feet up behind center. He's going to try and sneak it in, and they catch him here and stop him for no gain.
They come out here in the eye.
Get him.
The first carry for Josh Adams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Josh Adams, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2.
Check 26. Check 26. Hey, 57. 57. 42 to mark. 46. 66. Pull it high. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe. 43. Like 42.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 16 yards, a 1st down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Rodgers now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Going up top. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Check 6-6, bullet high. Hey, 88. Hey, foxtrot.
Here's Rodgers. Going to throw again. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up fourth down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
Check your exit. Mike is 59. 59. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 59, Mark. Check.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Rodgers now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And some space here. And they move this all the way down to the 9. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal, looking to take the lead here in the late going. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, over. 59. Check 59.
To throw is Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final 2 minutes. The kick by Crosby is good, and they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
This drive, and for them a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Back to throw, Mahomes. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. They come up here on 1st and 10. They run the counter. Williams. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Check 42's the mark. I'm on. Check 44.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
Hey, 57, 57.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to pull it out and keep it himself. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
158. Mike. You.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and never an easy thing to come into Arrowhead and get the victory. One of the toughest places to play in the league, but they did it.
Some of the best fan support in the league. They take pride in it. They love their team. They rally around them, good and bad. But when it's good, oh, it is so difficult to come into this place and get a win. From the time they sing the national anthem and finish it with the home of the Chiefs, you're in trouble right from that moment usually.
So for the Packers, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.